Okay, this video will be focusing on how to use a Google Doc and how to create a Google Doc. A Google Doc is comparable to Word, what you might create in a Word document. The great thing about a Google Doc is that you can share it right through your Drive or attach it to an email, and then I can see it directly and even make comments on it. So this is just a quick video to show you how to do that. So I'm using, I'm going to log into the internet. All right, so I'm at google.com. Make sure you are in the correct email. So if you click on this waffle, you can see that you've got all these Google apps. So you can go to Docs. All right, and so then once it loads, you will put, it kind of gives you some different templates that you can use, but just a blank one is fine. Okay, so you are going to want to share it. So let's just say if I'm sharing maybe a journal. I know some of you have to do some journaling, and maybe you don't want to do it on paper pencil. So you could put J. Sisson journal, week 9/11. And so then you can just type, start typing like it's a journal. Okay, so just kind of like in Word, you can edit the size by going here. You can also change the font if you want. I don't know if that's a big deal. You can even do color. Just kind of basically the same things if you were using a Word document. And then it saves all the changes like automatically. So let's see if I'm changing this back to black. You can see up here where it says saving, and now all the changes have been saved. So it takes a couple seconds for that to occur. So let's say I'm done with my journal, and now I want to share it with my teacher. So I'm going to plug in my teacher's email. So I'm just going to share this with my personal email account. And over here, it gives you a couple options. Are you going to let this person be able to edit? That means they can go in and erase and kind of change things around. Do you want them just to be able to comment? Or do you only want them to view? Do you not want them to be able to change anything? So that's something that you're going to have to decide. If you're doing a journal, you probably want to leave it as can edit or can comment. That way I can reply back to you. So I'm going to leave it as can edit. And then I'm going to say, here is my first journal. And then I'm going to send. And yes, I'm sure. So now it says that this has been shared with one person. I can also take this Google document and I can move it. So I need to decide, I probably want to put these in a folder. I probably want to make a folder for myself for all my journals. So I can title it, and then I hit that check mark. And then I want to move it to that folder. So I'm going to say move here. So it automatically does that for me. And so all the changes have been saved. So if I go into my Gmail and I go into the Google Drive, I will see where I have made that folder, J. Sisson Journals, and it will pop up in my drive. So we've got several options, my drive shared with me. And so there it is. Do you see J. Sisson? So if I click on that and I see, oh, there's my journal, it's right there. and I can see, you know, I can share with other people if I want. If you click on that advanced person, it will kind of give you more info. So, all right, so now I'm going to switch email accounts so you can see what it looks like to the sender. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in through my through the correct app, which would be Chrome. That's actually what we should be using. And I'm going to go through my personal email, and I should have an email, there it is, right there, that I'm going to, there's my first journal. So I'm going to say, okay, you know, Jacqueline's done with her first journal. I'm going to read it. And now I'm going to make some comments on it. So I'll say, okay, and see it's saving, and so it's automatically saving to that document. Okay, so if I go back and I switch back to my personal account, and I go back to my drive, and I'm looking at that journal that I just did, and I click on it, I can see where the changes came from, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, my teacher came in and she commented to me. So this is how you would create and use a Google document. I definitely recommend it, especially if you have some journals, or if you have to write an essay, or even if some of your curriculum, if there's nowhere for you to write a paragraph or an essay, you really can consider using a Google document and just sharing it with me and being like, hey, this is from lesson blah, blah, blah in my history course. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Thanks. Bye-bye.